So for today's deck testing video, we're gonna take a shot at playing a very underrepresented class, Hlaalu. Alright, jokes aside, before you rage and quit the video and scream at your monitor and issue death threats against me, this is actually going to be Control Hlaalu. This is going to be based on Unstoppable Rage, Dawn's Wrath, things like that, and trying to abuse cards like Morag Tong, Nightblade, and things like Archer's Gambit to maybe instantly trigger the Nightblade effect. I think that the Nightblade is very, very powerful, and it's not been showing up much in the current meta because it might be a tick too slow, and I'm hoping that using some additional tools to give it ways to easily trigger might alleviate some of that. Also, with Cradle Crush Giant, Skaven Pyromancer, obviously the late game Unstoppable Rage, Dawn's Wrath style tools, I feel like there are a lot of board clears to maybe help you survive. This particular list is running a large number of prophecies as well to help in the early game. So right out of the gate, we're matched up against Trader Joe, who's apparently playing Archer. If you're not familiar, Trader Joe is a top-notch, fantastic player. Like, very, very good. So this probably won't go well with me memeing around. The other nice thing about playing Control Hlaalu is a lot of times people will mulligan incorrectly. I would like to get rid of that, so sometimes that works in your favor. I wonder if he's on Rage Archer. Because right now it kind of looks that way. This will be interesting if we're both playing Rage decks. Because it sure looks that way right now. Alright, so hate using a second ring charge for this, but we're gonna go ahead and Anasi here to take away the lethal. I assume he's got more lethal up his sleeve, but seemed fun. This is a great time. Kind of a bummer that we're going to use our last ring charge to do it, but this is a great time to make use of our giant. So even though we're playing a control deck, since he's also on Rage Archer, feel kind of comfortable with being a little bit more aggressive here. Things get too out of hand, we have Red Year as a reset. We also have Double Javelin. I assume he's going to use Gambit here.
Give me a name.
No Gambit, huh? Alright. This is a curious placement. It means he must have some trick up his sleeve for dealing with this.
If I fall, the hiss will reclaim me.
Well, that's unfortunate. So now we have to decide what we want to deal with here. We have the two javelins. Part of me wants to not javelin anything. But I really feel like we should javelin at least one of the lethal creatures. Gambit will still let him, like if we javelin this, for example, Gambit clears this and then he trades in. But I feel like controlling field is the more important one here. So let's try to force that out of him. We had a shadow shift, so that was the reason for the placement over there. Really thought that he was going to have some sort of Gambit shenanigans, but I suppose getting a trade.
The Night Mother will guide us. We must protect our stronghold.
It's a Purdy premium over there. Alright, so we have found a Gambit, but no lethal creatures to pair with it at the moment. We also have yet another javelin. But I'd kind of like to save it. And then we also have this Knight of the Hour. I feel like right now the best play is actually to use this gambit just to poke him in the face and then punch him. Kind of gets this out of harm's way, whereas if I javelin this, there still could be potentially other shenanigans. It also saves this, because this is conditional and we do not have a lethal to pair with it. Alright, so he does hit a prophecy. It's probably another Fighters Guild recruit. So we've seen all 3 Fighters Guilds and 3 Sanctuary pets. Obviously not that great for us. Do we really want to use another Javelin on that? I think not. I think we'll just drop the Knight to maybe protect. I got a feeling he's going to clear our board here though, which doesn't bode well for us, because we do not have much of our top end. So this would be a great time for us to start top decking Baroness, Vigilant Giants, even more Cradle Crushes, but we need some additional pressure here. We're doing a good job of keeping the pressure on him. Now, if he has an Unstoppable Rage, he could just use it to clear over there and keep the lethal.
Let's heat things up.
That works just as well. That works just as well. I think holding on to this for comboing with Rage is probably fine. I don't think I want to deal with any more of those. Let's just get rid of that. The other option was Javelin there and saving cast for maybe Assassins, maybe Vigilant Giant.
They're in my sights. I'll kill you where you
Again, we thankfully at least have Red Years our panic button clear here in a little bit.
What have we here?
I think we wait. Gatekeeper's mostly in here because, again, as I said before, this deck runs a lot of prophecies to help
My time is
kind of
precious.
stave off Hlaalu aggression.
We know.
They're in my sights.
And of course, he dodges ours. I'm not quite sure we're at the point where we want to like full-on Red Year yet. Kind of wish we had one more Magicka though. I would love to Javelin this just to slow him down. And then I'd love to Skaven and Gatekeeper, but I think that just the Javelin and Skaven's probably enough.
My scales move in shadow. Let's heat things up.
And again, I think we hold the Hunger for now. Next turn we might develop it though, because now we'll have a Bat to potentially pair with a Rage. It's got a lot of cards in hand, so... Suppose that's the benefit of him actually finding a Baroness. Alright, so there's a Rage. It's great for him. Kind of torn on how I want to do this. We're going to play the Bat for sure, probably over there in the shadow. It's just a question of whether or not I want to threaten dealing with this as well, give him the free trade in, or if I want to put this over here, giving him like an easy Skaven. So I guess he can Skaven on either side.
They dare face the Blade Mistress of Valenwood?
Let's do it like this. So that was a great Rage by him. Again, we're still hunting for some of our late game. I mean, really any of it. We haven't drawn, other than Red Year, we haven't drawn anything that costs more than 6 in a deck that's got, you know, Dawns, Baroness, Rage, Giant, even Marak. His Ungolem is doing work, though. Hey, speak of the devil when it comes to giant threats.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
Close ranks. Let
Alright, so
nothing
we're gonna gain
through.
some health back ourselves. We'll punch on him, and we'll take a Devil's Wrath there. So we did find a Wrath. That's good. Our opponent is still way up in card advantage, but if we can kind of temper this a little bit, I think we'll come out ahead because we still have a lot left in our deck to draw. So as long as we kind of hold on here, we might turn this around.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
If I can't steal it, it can't be stolen.
I'll lead my family to glory.
So that's problematic.
Honor and blood.
I mean, I really don't want a Red Year here, but I can't really... Can I afford to let that go through, actually? If I let him hit me once, it's just one more thing I can potentially blow up next turn. Even with, like a... Let's think worst case scenario here. If Sails Through Storm fetches, like, Tazcad, then he hits me for, what, 11, 14, 16. I don't think he's going to have 11 more burst. I think we let it go.
Sails Through Storms does it again.
Just give me a name. The void awaits you.
Takes a value trade, not unexpected.
Shall we put in a dishonest day's work?
That's a Brynjolf. Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to give me that rune there. Alright, so now I think we have to Red Year. I can't afford to take that much damage. Because we're staring down 17 on the board, so again, if he has Tazcad or this rips Tazcad, then we certainly just lose, so... I think we take our Red Year reset here. He's still way up in cards, but looks to me like he's got a bit of a reactive hand for just passing there. We're gonna throw that in the shadow because I don't know if he's got chargers. We'd like to get some damage out of that. Does have a giant number 2. While we're still searching for giant number 1. Again, kind of the... Oh, what a top deck, though. Kind of the benefit of him having a much smaller deck, right? Like, he's more guaranteed to hit his big bombs. That was a fantastic top deck for us. We're finally finding our late game. But yeah, we're still 54 cards left in our deck to his 17, so... As much as I'm over here complaining...
What have we here?
About not finding late game. This is what happens when you run a 3-color deck. We're gonna give him the old good game. So yeah, we just kind of had to like survive. We had a good tempo, kind of aggressive start for Amir. I have to assume he probably mulliganed expecting aggro Hlaalu there. And we got a lot of damage in, and then we just had to close it out. Dawn's Wrath top deck was super clutch. Marak top deck was super clutch. Both of those big swings in our favor. So we go on to game 2, though. Need to make sure I record my game here. So this is interesting. Against Telvanni, I don't think we want this, but I actually think we're going to keep Night Mother, because if they don't find the Shadowfen, Night Mother could be really interesting. I mean, if they find the Shadowfen, we're kind of hosed. I think we're unfavored in the Telvanni matchup. Is this worth ringing? I don't think so. I don't think we tip our hand that early.
What have we here?
Alright, so we're going to do this, largely because Gatekeeper is the sort of card that is often run in aggressive decks. And we're, again, kind of just trying to make them believe we're playing Hlaalu aggro. Alright, so now we play a game called...
They will never know I was there.
Find the Lightning Bolt. And now he goes, wait a minute. This isn't Hlaalu aggro.
Observe.
Wow. What a bummer. It was looking so good. Let's do this.
You must be cleansed.
So Nightblade... Oh, there's one priest down anyway.
Scales move in shadow.
Just give me a name.
Yeah, sure. Let's stick that over there. So the problem is with Nightblade not getting us some value there, we probably just lose.
Rise, my servant.
I don't think that we can beat Necromancer long game. I mean, not realistically anyway.
Do not travel this one.
I guess we'll do this for now.
It's nothing personal.
Between the Necromancers and the Soul Tears, I just legitimately don't think we have a way to
Mother of mud.
I will keep
push home that
Silversil's
victory.
people
Oh yeah,
alive.
that's just gonna seal it even further.
The waters of life.
We still have no rage either, and we have no way to fast to trigger this.
We must protect our stronghold.
So I think right now,
They will never know I was there.
Travel this one. Do not
I think we do something like that. Our only hope is to get some insane value off of this at some point, but I don't think that we've got enough to do it. Oh god.
We'll see how they like someone who fights back.
Gone!
Propel the Outlanders.
we might end up having the Dawn's Wrath over there, so I'm tempted to put this here, but...
We'll see how they like someone who fights back.
Justice
Kind of
will
want to
be
see
done.
what we get out of that. Sadly, not as much as I would like.
As long as I draw a breath.
Gonna have to lock that down. That's
like
gonna have to
our
put that down. Alright, we'll go like that.
This one.
Those bats don't really help us without pairing it with a rage. There's a soul tear. Probably
You must be cleansed.
not shocked.
Justice will be done.
Well, we're drawing cards. It's not exactly getting the kind of value we were hoping for, though, now is it? Sadly, Cloud Rest, not enough to prevent this from dying on the trade. So that's just gotta go there. We go like that. Hopefully the bats will survive long enough to get us some value. We're trying to fight out of this. We're playing against two very good players, back-to-back, both of which are playing very strong decks.
If I can't steal it, it can't be stolen.
I mean, we do have Dawn's Wrath, but I really feel like Cloud Rest Hive Defender is probably better.
A little distraction might prove useful.
If they have removal for the Hive Defender, then we probably just lose, but I think it's a gamble we have to take right now. We've made him use a lot of resources. Soul Tear will do it too. Soul Tear will do it as well.
Sail through storms doesn't get.
Ouch. What a good rip. So we have a Dawn's Wrath, but not much to pair with it, sadly. I can't also play the Werebat. It's the best we have. We're dead to a number of things.
A little distraction.
Soul
might
Tear,
prove useful.
Giant Bat, Lightning Bolt. No, he has the bat anyway. Well, we did our best there. Them fighting Tazcad really early was kind of problematic. Us not getting any free actions off of the Nightblade kind of sucked. Unstoppable Rage probably would have went a long way in terms of helping us stabilize, right? To get all that health back. I think we actually could have fought out of it if we would have found a Rage, but... Alright. That's 2 games. I still think it performed pretty well. I kind of want to play some more games on this. I might do this tomorrow on stream, but as always, I love you guys. If you made it this far watching the video, thanks for watching, and until next time, may you walk on warm sands.